awkward up here. Hi, everyone. Lorenzo Di Stefano. I have kind of a different experience with Patti, maybe than some of you. The friendship part was definitely analogous, but I met Patti in 2007 when we collaborated on a fundraiser for Art City, and she became a good friend, a supporter of the Ventura Film Society, which I founded and ran for many years. Then we met Rachel Flowers, a young musician from Oxnard, and made a movie called Hearing is Believing, about this young blind girl who had just phenomenal heavenly powers. And Patti connected right away. Who was it said she was all in? That's definitely the case here. 4-year process, shooting the movie for 2 years, covering this lovely family, Jeannie, her 2 children, Rachel and Vaughn. And the movie's out there if you want to see it. It's on Amazon Prime and various places. Patti is the executive producer, and rightly so. Not only financially did she support the movie without hesitation, which can be a very painful experience. A lot of movies get made and people don't speak to each other afterwards. It's over. That was not the case with us. We traveled to Cuba. In 2016 with Rachel, we went to the Hawaii Film Festival. I didn't realize that I'm from Hawaii originally myself, and I realized till later she had a connection there as well. So the bond was even strengthened even more. New York City for the movie premiere. She was just always there, picking up the tab, no questions. You know, filmmakers make friends and enemies almost in the same breath, you know. You ask a lot of people to join you on these journeys, and it doesn't always turn out well, you know. Some promises made are not always promises kept, but we were friends for 15 or something years, despite all these demands that I placed on her, and it just shows the kind of angel that you need, you know, for the arts. Very rare. You don't find people like that. Not just because they're financially able to help you, but because they're morally committed to what you want to do. We did a memorial video for Patti. I don't have all of your connections or your Facebook pages, but if you go to Patti's Facebook page, you can watch it, and please share it. It's a little 2.5-minute piece that Steve Aguilar and I put together from a song by Donovan called Catch the Wind. Gorgeous song. A version done by Joan Baez and her sister Mimi Farina. I hope you enjoy it. Anyway, that's all I've got to say. Patti is living right now in these wild daisies on these hills that she loves so much. Thank you for coming.
Hello, my name is Lawrence Martin. My wife and I, Sue Pollock, we met Patti and Gary because our children were going to the dentist. Gary was their dentist. That was sometime in the mid-'80s. I've written a little poem here for Patti and for all of us that are left behind. It's called Grief is Another Word for Love. It is said, the only thing harder than leaving is being left behind. When we lose someone close, we are distraught, overcome, tears revealed, they wash soiled grief. We've been abandoned by a loved one, left here to face our own reality without the comfort of a confidant. As the days, months, years pass, we come to realize that although her special love is missing, it is not forgotten. Our memories recall the beauty, serenity, and uniqueness of the absent soul, and we discern that her love is still with us, deeply etched in our psyche. Patti's essence has never left us. It burns bright in our hearts, and we feel blessed that she graced all our lives with her divine right order. Thank you.
My name is Friday. Hi, Carol. I didn't get to squeeze you, but I will. I love you all, and several things are crossing my mind. One, something that hasn't been disclosed at the mic, but when Gary passed, Mary Carr would spend evenings with Patti, beside her, keeping a companionship and a warm body close to her. I think that's an astounding mark of a friendship that's beyond. And so many special women. I've heard all of your names for so many years. And another thing Patti said, other than all in divine right order, was gather the women, save the world. So there are a lot of very strong women in this audience, and thank you. You're all beautiful. She collected you. I was Patti's Girl Friday for a while, as well as a close friend. But she needed that. As you all know, she was a very active woman, had a lot of plates spinning at the same time, and really needed some help managing the plates. So I did that with her for a while. When Gary, okay, I'm not going to go on and on, but when Gary passed, Patti found a special place in Big Sur, Garapata Ridge. And the owner of the property where she stayed through an Airbnb was Marty Newman. And he had such a warmth for her. And he had a little putting green that she would shoot a ball off into the canyon, Garapata Ridge. Very steep canyon, but she would go out there each morning, and she was processing the loss of Gary. And it's just a very beautiful memory for her. When I told Marty of her passing, he wrote a poem. It's called Oh Dear Patti. The one who whelped us all, you came through, leaving rose petals in your wake. We children tossed in our delicate boats in this tumultuous sea. Freedom is no more to tie us up to. The depth of grief can drown soundings, can't fathom reasons. So following that wake, sailing out to sea, gathering the rose petals past Mother's Milky Way. I think Marty would have loved to have been here today, and I think a lot of you would have recognized him because Patti took several of us up to his home. Early in my relationship with Patti, we found my husband and she and her husband were very much into golfing. I was not. However, I did like fast cars, and Gary did also. So we found the Audi racing experience up in Napa, and Patti and John, my ex-husband, would go golfing, and Gary and I went driving race cars. And that will forever be one of my lifelong best experiences. It was amazing. We had so much fun. This is a poem that I wrote for Patti, and this is back after Gary had passed and after my marriage had ended. And it's just a bit of comfort. She who lives in grace. You have lifted my crumpled features, twitching limbs, and rocked me in your arms to stillness. I have nestled you to my thrumming heart, asked tears to linger, and cradled wistful weeping toward comfort. We have upheld one another aloft, floating gleeful among heaping cumulus and migratory birds twirling over treetops, and protected the other's dreams. Each moment we share endears me evermore. You, sweet friend, hold my heart. So much love to her, so much love to you. Thank you all for being here and for being one another's strength ongoing. I love you, Patti.
Hi, I'm Kathleen. Hi. And I'm Patty's sister and friend, and my sister Peg is here, and my family, and you're all our family. I just want to thank you all for being here and let you know that Patty is always with us. You know, Peg and I know that. And being here today with all of you in this place brings great joy to us and brings peace to us, because the way she left us and we didn't know she was leaving. So that I think goes for all of you. But for Peg and I especially, we were not here with her. So it was really hard to hear it and to feel it. And I said one day to Peg, I feel like I'm empty. I was empty. And how am I going to fill this vessel that is called my heart and my being? So it was very difficult, I would say. However, I remembered that one of the things that we used to say is, everything is in divine right order, Patty. And then when it wasn't for her, I would say, even when it isn't, it's in divine right order. We need to remember that. So I would say to Peg, it's all in divine right order. She's in the right place, blah, 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 even though we don't like it. So that's really what we, Peg and I, have been able to bear and be with the joy of her leaving. And I know that the night that she left, we made it up, that she said, I'm out of here, I'm not going through this. So I want you to know she was that powerful. She could just say, I'm gone, I'm done. I'm not going to live a life. Because that's what she did when Gary died. She said, he's not going to live this way where he can't be in charge of what he wants to do. So she did the same thing. And it's not easy to live this right now, however, being here with you all today. And my friend came here today, flew here from New York, and she's flying back tonight just to honor my sister, to be with all of us and to be with Patty, because she made a huge difference in all of our lives. Actually, she made a difference in my life so I could stay with you. Right, Claudette? You want to say something? And the other thing I want to share with you is that, is that Patty and Gary never had children. And that's like, everybody knows that here, right? However, somebody asked her, why didn't you ever have children? Why didn't you ever have a child? And she said, because it wasn't in divine right order. So they said, well, you could do something about that. And so she said, I believe it. It's not in divine right order for us to have a child. So their children were all your children. You know, your children were all their children, really. And that's how her heart just kept growing and growing and growing. So I just want to thank you for listening to me and listen to each other and be safe and love each other. When we love each other, the world will shift to being beautiful and work for everybody. Thank you.
So, I am the Carlton's daughter, Donna Bonnie, but I know that one of Patty's dearest friends is not here today, and that's Patty Kong Slater, who loved her so much and is upset that she couldn't be here. So I just want you guys to know that Patty is here in spirit, Rich is here in spirit, along with all of the Kong family. Every time that Stephen from New York would come out, he would have dinner or lunch with Patty every time. So I'm just speaking on behalf of Patty because of that friendship that was just instrumental and meant the world to her. So she has no idea I'm doing this, but a lot of you guys know that Patty loved Patty so very, very much. So.
Wow. My name is Shannon Sosby, and I am a friend of Patty's. And many of you I know, and many of you I don't, though I know that her love for you is here because you're here. And your love for her is here because the sun came out. I met Patti through Jonelle. I've had an opportunity to be her friend, and she's been mine. I've also had an opportunity to be someone that has spent time with her and with Gary as they were in some difficult times in their life. I've been her massage therapist. I've been her Reiki practitioner and mentor for her Reiki practice. As open and amazing as Patti was, and each of you have been sharing so beautifully, she was also very private. There were parts of her that were very private. And I'm grateful to have been a part of those private moments. I've been asked to just kind of do the closing words for this evening, though once I'm done, if anybody else needs to share, please do. What I feel like doing before I say the closing words is just to take a moment to honor the land we're on, the beauty of this place, the spirits of this place. Patti's spirit is in this place. The beauty of each of your hearts, your spirit is here. And even though we're individuated in our bodies, we are one in Source. And so you're always with Patti, and she is always with you. I'm going to share a contemplation on no coming, no going. This body is not me. I am not limited by this body. I am life without boundaries. I have never been born, and I have never died. Look at the ocean and the sky filled with the stars. Manifestations from my wondrous, true mind. Since before time, I have been free. Birth and death are only doors through which we pass. Sacred thresholds on our journey. Birth and death are a game of hide and seek. So laugh with me. Hold my hand. Let us say goodbye. To meet again soon. We meet today. We will meet again tomorrow. We will meet at the source every moment. We meet each other in all forms of life. Thank you. One more thing. Just that I am supposed to say, from Kathleen, she's requested that that everyone to share with each other their stories of Patti, to keep speaking your stories of her, keep speaking her name, keep laughing and sharing her words, to keep the conversation going, and let everyone know that as they leave, Jonelle mentioned it too, that you'll be passing by the Channer site, so please pay your respects and enjoy. Thank you.